I've been told that people who are blind have a keen sense of hearing, that they can hear what sighted people have a problem hearing. People who have to depend upon their hearing hear things that you and I just completely never pay attention to because we got our eyes and we depend upon what we see instead of what we hear. We have trained ourselves to depend upon seeing it before I believe it. If I don't see it, I don't believe it. The Lord spoke to me and said, I want to show you something about faith. He said, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word. And I said, okay. He said, you need to get ready because I'm going to show you what that means. Now, a few verses above where it says faith comes by hearing, it says, how shall they hear without a preacher? You see, the problem here might be that if you only read it, but you never hear it, then you don't develop your hearing. But if you hear the word, then you begin to learn to trust the word. You can do it with your eyes shut. God said, now get ready, I'm going to show you what that means. I said, okay. And I had a phone call this past week, and a friend of mine called me and said, preacher said, I want you to come to my city. I have a dear friend that's dying, and he needs healing. And I've told him all about you and how you can pray the prayer of faith. And I want you to come and lay hands on him and minister to him. So I loaded up and I took off. See, what you don't understand about this individual, he's a multi-millionaire, many times over. And when I talk to him, he hangs on every word that I say. If we're driving down the road, he's driving, and I start talking, you think text messaging is bad. He turns to me and gets up on the middle of the divider there, and he's right in my face. And when I say something, he goes, oh! He'll jump all over that truck if I just give him one word. He goes, oh, 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 preacher, oh. I begin to explain to him about faith as a gift from God. You ought to have been watching him when I told him that he had something on the inside of him that's already been to hell and back. He nearly wrecked that truck. He told me, he said, preacher, I can't read or write. I've never learned to read, and I've never learned to write. And it was then that I understood what the Lord said to me just a few days before. Faith cometh by hearing. That man has learned to listen. That man has learned to take somebody that he can put his trust in, and when they speak, he hears that word, he gathers it in, and he begins to, as Jethro, he begins to decipher it. And when what he hears matches his gift, I told him, I said, you've got faith. And when I told him he had faith, that guy screamed, hit the steering wheel. He says, yeah, I got faith. I got faith. Oh, do I have faith? He said, but I don't know what to do about this situation. I said, it proves my point. You got the gift of faith. Now you need the word of faith. And when you get the word of faith to go with your gift of faith, I want you to know it'll make you want to pull the truck over, get out and dance a while. Are you listening to me this morning? You faith by hearing, and hearing by the word. You've got the gift. Hearing turns your faith on. And if you can find a place where you can get the word, I'm telling you, you hear the word, and that hearing turns your faith loose so it can accomplish what it was given to you to accomplish.